All right. Second bit of news. Pokemon Presents. Pokemon Presents happened, and it went over a bunch of things that I don't necessarily care about. But the most important part was the announcement of the next Pokemon. The next Pokemon. Is it Pokemon weed? What a radical. He's not gonna lie, this looks ass. Oh man. I'm glad they're still doing Legends. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Ace was like the main one. He was like, "Yeah, I'm glad they're doing Legends again." That's what he was asking for. So most important thing here, and I want to go back to this particular part. They're releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. So people were trying to dissect this, and they were like, "Well, what does that mean? Is this confirming that the Switch 2 is coming out?" Some people were thinking that this was going to come out this year instead of 2025. Simultaneously worldwide. I mean, that could mean it's coming out on the Switch and the Switch 2, but with Nintendo, it could also mean that they just want you to know that it's going to be on the Switch and the Switch Lite and the Switch OLED. I mean, who knows? And then worldwide, I mean, simultaneously, I mean that just means the east and the west, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I thought that it meant. I think that people were trying to dissect it another way. It's like, oh my god, it's going to be. You're talking about the Switch versions. I think it just simply means it's coming out in the East and the West at the same time. I'm like, yeah, we run 30 FPS. Yeah, cause we didn't see any gameplay. We saw no gameplay. So we don't know. We don't know. Is it going to be another 30 FPS situation again? Or are we excited that it's going to be another Pokemon Legends and not a remake? Because this is what people were asking for. And when I did my last video, and like so many people asked for black and white remake. So looking at the comments, I mean, somebody said yes, I'm so happy seeing another Legends game. This in Kalos. So we're going back to one of the previous regions. It's not a new region. Um, let's see, Kalos was my all-time favorite. So it seemed like, people like Mega Evolution of the best. Never felt that type of excitement. So I don't know. Being a Pokemon fan, there's a lot of nostalgia here. It looks like a lot of nostalgia. Well, not the only one. That's why Kalos introducing Mega still surprised to imply that Megas will be in a revisit. So I mean, is this technically a remake? I don't know. Does it technically count as a remake to go into a region that they've already been to? I'm not sure. But I guess they like it. He said, "Or are they dropping on PC?" Nah. I mean, it would be interesting if Nintendo did pull that. I would not be mad. I would not be mad if Nintendo did pull that. That could be a possibility, but very, very slim. I would say like 0.1% to be honest. I would say like 0.1%. I don't think Nintendo. It's taking the line for Sony to do it, but Nintendo, I think they're gonna keep their baby to their own. They keep their baby to themselves. I don't think it'll ever see the light of day on PC. I don't think it'll ever see the light of day on PC. So we'll see, man. I think people are excited about the Mega Evolution, so we shall see. And like I say, it looks like they like it, man. It looks like they like it. So I guess when the game comes out, we will see. But it's interesting. It's interesting, I guess. What will end up happening if I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what the frame rate will be like, and what the graphics look like. Because if you get another 30 FPS, just ashy piece of crap, then I mean, they're still going to play it, and that's the bad thing. I said that on the last video. I'm like, they're still going to play it. They're still going to buy it and play it, but it's like, how many of these iterations do you have to get before you're like, I'm tired of this? Like, Nintendo, what are you doing? So I don't know. You said Nintendo made their own PC and called it the new Famicom for it. Exactly. Exactly. So we shall see, man. Like I said, Pokemon Presents had a lot of stuff, but nobody really cared about it. People just want to know what the next mainline Pokemon is gonna be. Talk about Pokemon Go a little bit. Pokemon Sleep. I'm like, Pokemon Sleep. What did they talk about? A new Pokemon anime. Pokemon Cafe. They had Pokemon Unite news. Is anybody playing Pokemon Unite anymore? Like, I feel like that died so fast. And it wasn't a bad game. I just don't know. I don't know what happened, man, with Pokemon Unite. Because I actually liked it. I thought it was cool. He said Data Dave is. I don't see too many people playing it. And then there's this trading card game that's coming to mobile. Pokemon Pocket trading card game. So yeah, we'll see how that ends up. So they say, it's a lot of Pokemon stuff, but obviously they say the quote unquote the best for last, and that was Pokemon Legends. So we shall see. Actual game or NFT. I don't think Nintendo would do NFTs. I don't think they would do NFT. He said Nintendo's gonna be the largest massacre there is. So we got a hot take here. That's wild. All right, and then final bit of news before we get into some new games. It happened again, y'all. Sorry, it got like extra bright. Sony is laying off 900 PlayStation employees. So just when the Sony ponies were laughing at the Xbox and saying, ha, 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 Microsoft, y'all went through a layoff. Now Sony is doing the same. Everybody in the video game industry is laying off. And it's at this point, I'm just like, when are we going to even out? When are we going to even out and this stop? Like, why does every single company for some reason have an excess amount of employees that can just be laid off? I'm seriously wondering what happened during the pandemic that caused this overhiring, and then the great resignation happened. Like, I thought that the great resignation was already like the first sign that, like, all right, people are leaving these jobs because they don't want to do the jobs that they were at, and they want to go into other ventures. They don't even want to work in the same industry. They want to go to another industry. They want to be entrepreneurs. I thought that was going to be the thing that, I mean, not necessarily evening things out, but lowering the workforce, because it seemed like just people didn't want to work any type of job, really. It seemed like people during the Great Resignation didn't want to work any type of job. Like, I remember literally in the first couple of years, like 2020 and 2021, when I was seeing so many jobs, like especially like just fast food retail jobs. All of them were like, we're hiring. Because a lot of people left. A lot of people just didn't want to come back, like when the pandemic was at its peak. So I was like, okay, how do we go from there, when people were leaving these jobs and there was actually a shortage everywhere, to now apparently there was a huge just influx of all of these companies hiring people, And now 2023, 2024, now they're realizing, hey, we have too many people. We don't have things for them to do. Or like we're losing money because we had an influx of people that were playing games, streaming, buying things, just all of these other things, no matter what industry that you're in. And now we're losing money because people are outside, they're doing other things. And now we feel like we need to just lay off employees like en masse. It's not a couple of firings, it's en masse. Like it's really interesting how this is just happening in every single industry. And like I thought it was just a couple of industries at first. I thought it was just mainly tech and video games, but it's really everybody. And I'm just like, well, when is this going to end? When is it going to even out? When are these industries going to be like, all right, now we have let go, what we feel that we needed to let go, and now we're fine. Now we're at status quo. I don't know. AI was another thing. That's a good point, Dre King. That's another thing. AI has been doing a lot to, I guess, show the execs that, hey, maybe we don't need someone physically doing this job. AI can handle it. So, and that's why a lot of people are trying to literally fight AI because it has been the thing that a lot of industries have been utilizing now. Even my job, we're utilizing AI for something, trying to make. And unfortunately, last year I even had to go through a rift at my job where we fired a lot of people. I'm like, really, no industry is safe. And I'm in IT, but I work for a healthcare company. I'm in healthcare. So I even thought that dang, we not even safe. We're not even safe. So I'm just like, bro, I'm just tired of it at this point, because it's just like, when is this going to end, bro? When is this going to end? Like how much worse is it going to get? How many more people are going to get fired before we realize, all right, now we've done enough? And I think the thing that really pisses me off is not that people are getting fired in mass. It's that we're seeing in a lot of these cases, like the CEOs, the CIOs, they're getting bonuses, bro. And I'm like, that's really messed up. Like, you can't fire all of these people and then the execs get more money in their pocket because you've saved X amount of dollars, X millions amount of dollars, because you're not paying these people in with their salary. Like, that's what really pisses me off, because that's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. That's why I really draw the line to how it's working in IT and in healthcare. It gets stressful at times. Because in a lot of these instances, like, you're dealing with nurses, doctors, stuff like that. And and I don't want to sound mean or anything, but there is a certain amount of entitlement, mostly with doctors, and I've dealt with that before. But people just want things to work, and when things break, people want things fixed now. And it's like, I'm not a miracle worker. Like, I can't fix things immediately. So it's a certain amount of entitlement that goes on. But at the end of the day, it's like, sometimes it is urgent, because you literally have people that you have to take care of, and when things aren't working, then yeah, it does become a priority, important. So I understand, but at the same time, again, you can't be a miracle worker in a lot of these situations when people they be getting bonuses. Yeah, exactly. Beats. I'm like, bro, that's not cool at all. So I'm like, for you to fire people and then you're getting more money in your pocket, that's just truly unethical, just truly wrong, bro. And morally, it's super duper wrong. There's no way that you can justify you putting more money in your pocket for laying off people who relied on their jobs. Like for a lot of people, it was their dream jobs. For a lot of people, it was their dream jobs. And I'm sure a lot of people at Sony are like, yo, I'm working for Sony, man. Like, I'm in the video game industry. I love video games. I played games on Sony consoles forever, and now I get to work in my dream job, and then you just gonna let me go? Because in a lot of cases, when you get let go like that in mass, it's like, dang, like, was I not important? Was I not important? Like, it's messed up. So I say it sucked, but I'm tired of hearing it. Like, this is another situation where I'm numb to it. Because I remember when, and I said this in the IT industry a lot, like, job security. It's like, well, as long as there are people who who computers break, and as long as there are people who forgot their passwords, like people in the IT industry, at least desktop support, but in other niche aspects of IT as well, like we have that job security, right? But even us, like I don't even think that I can say that I in confidence. I don't think I can even say that in confidence. Like, really, nobody is safe. You're really not safe unless, like, you're an exec at this point. And even being an exec, like, depending on what type of exec you are, even you're not safe. Like, really, nobody's job is safe, man. Anybody can get fired. And, you know, they're saying anybody can get it. Like, it sucks. It sucks, but it's becoming more and more true. Like, it's like the industries that had that type of job security is dwindling away now. It's dwindling away. A lot of times we can pinpoint the industries that don't have that job security, that have that turnaround, that quick turnaround time. Retail is a huge one. You know, a lot of hospitality jobs, the turnaround is pretty high, but in certain industries you did have that, like, all right, like if I had this job, I'm gonna be here for a while. Like, I don't think that, you know, no longer here are the days, unless like you truly know somebody, unless you truly know somebody, like the CEO is your daddy or something, or like, you know, a close friend. Like, those are really the only times that, like, you started a job, like you'll be there for like 10 plus years. Like, that's not even a realistic thing for like my generation. Definitely not Gen Z. Gen Z is tired. Gen Z is tired of like the older millennials and the boomers, bro. They ready to get us up out the paint. They are ready to get us up out the paint, bro. They hate us. So it's a lot, man. Like, I think that the old ways, because I know my mom used to say this all the time, you know, just get a 9 to 5 job, man. Just be there forever. Like, you know, that's how the older generation wanted the millennials to be like, well, I did this, like, your daddy worked at a manufacturing plant all his life, like 30, 40 plus years, and he retired. Like, that was the thing to do. You didn't really need an education to get that. But with millennials, we started getting educations, we got degrees, and it was like, all right, I want to do different aspects. But that was still one of the main things that your parents tried to set on you. If you're a millennial and you had boomers as your parents, you know, they still wanted you to just get a 9 to 5. They didn't care where it was. They just wanted you to get, quote unquote, a stable job. They wanted you to get a stable job and stay there forever. And that's what my mom, she didn't push it on me, but that's what she wanted me to do. And I remember when I told her I was doing full-time content creation, again, she doesn't understand it. She doesn't understand it. She was like, well, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing? What type of money are you? These are the type of questions. And it's not out of, I mean, it is out of ignorance, but it's not out of malicious ignorance. She just truly didn't know. And that's how a lot of boomers are. They don't understand the internet. They didn't grow up with the internet. So how could you know? Like, you don't understand that there are other ways to make money. I didn't need to go to college to learn how to stream. Like, I just watched YouTube videos and went on Google. Like, that's how you learn how to stream initially, right? Or just watching somebody. So, you know, we had the luxury of having the internet at our fingertips, you know. So we had, you know, quote unquote, an advantage, and it led to different ways to make money. You didn't need to get a corporate job. You didn't need to get a manufacturing plant job. Like, a lot of those older jobs, older mindsets went away. So dialing back to Sony, man. But again, for a lot of people, it was their dream job, man. Like, we grew up playing video games. We grew up with Sony, and then you finally get the job, and you're like, all right, well, you know, I want to stay here. Like, I worked these other jobs. Now I'm here. I want to stay here for a while. And then just all of a sudden, man, just because of however the economy is now, whatever the environment is, it's like, now I get fired, bro. And like, you're not safe at Google, you're not safe at Amazon, you're not safe at Microsoft, you're not safe at Sony. Like, where are you safe at? Where are you safe at now? Like, it sucks, man. All you people were laid out, and I know that for Gen Z, a lot of people are like getting on TikTok and they're like, hey, like, you know, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, I can't find a job, or the job that I have, I don't feel like I'm meeting up to the standards, or I'm rejecting the standards of my parents. Like, I just don't want to do this. I want to do something else. Like, people are upset, bro. People are upset, and it really sucks, man. It really sucks just seeing all of this, and just seeing people cope with it, or not even cope with it. I've seen somebody literally today, they were like, man, this is sad. They were like, I'm sad, you know, I'm devastated that I got let go. Like, I thought that the video game industry, especially with so much money that the video game industry is, like, that it was safe, and it's not safe. It's not safe, bro. What up, hero? Doesn't matter how good you are at your job, you're still replaceable. This is facts, man. No safe jobs anymore. Yep. exactly what I was saying. So it sucks. It really does suck. But man, that's the way of the world right now. Like I said, I hate to say it is what it is, but that's really all you can say. It's really all you can say because I think that the world that we know, the world that we know it as is changing. It's rapidly changing, and unfortunately, you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to pivot. I think that the Great Resignation showed people that there are other ways to make money. Like people found their hustles and it's paid off for them. But in our industry, like specifically, we're gonna have to do the same thing. Like you can still have a passion for video games, but you might need to find a different way to still have that passion, but just maybe not work for a Sony or a AAA company or stuff like that. So you're just gonna have to find a different way, and it sounds like a harsh truth, but that's gonna be what you're gonna have to do, or maybe just get out of the video games industry, period. And try to find something else that you're at least knowledgeable or experienced in, and try to make it work. Try to make it work. Might start dancing on TikTok, right? I'm saying, like it does suck, man. It does suck. It could not everybody could be a freaking influencer. Like we have too many influencers on the internet now. We have way too many influencers on the internet. Like even that's saturated. So I truly don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe somebody will come up with another genre that is untapped and make it work. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean government jobs. Yeah, I guess government jobs can be pretty safe. Look at the boomers. Look at the boomers who have been in office for so long that they're freaking croaking now, like not even like on their deathbed and still making decisions in America. Like, yeah, a government job could be pretty stable. A government job could definitely be pretty stable. I guess that's still one of the only ones that I guess you can, with 95 to 99% confidence say that, it's pretty stable. It's pretty stable. What else, Spectre? The Pistons might get their 10th win today. So a lot of disconnect between boomers and Gen Z. Big facts. Big fact. Struggling to give speech at the podium. Right. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but I really hope that this stops. But like I said, right now I'm just kind of numb to it. It just really sucks every time that I hear another industry or another company is getting rid of people in mass. I was just like, and then they always say the same thing too. Like it's always the same talking points, or like, we made the extremely hard decision to announce our plan to condense a reduction of our overall head count. And this is what Jim Ryan said, what the chief said. I was just like, all right, yeah, such a hard decision, right, to let all these people go. After careful consideration and many leadership discussions over the several months, it's become clear changes need to be made to continue to grow this business and develop the company. Changes need to be made to continue to grow. I just like that. It's a contradiction to me, man. It's a contradiction to me if you're saying that you need to let people go to grow. I'm just like, hello. You need to let go of 900 people in order to grow the company. Hello. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The old speech copy and paste. Yeah, exactly. They be copy and pasting everything. I was like, all right, man. I'm like, okay. And it's always after they miss a target. It's always once you lose money, and then the board comes in. It's like, hey, y'all lost X amount of dollars. What's going on? And then they're like, okay, you know what we should do? Fire everybody. That's been the answer for the past year and a half. You know what we should do? We're going to fire people. I'm like, oh, okay. That's really the final answer, man. There's nothing else that you can do, right? There's nothing else that you can do. That's the quickest way to recoup your costs. It's just to let these salaries go. I'm like, okay, man. All right. Oh yes, on the game division did it. Yeah. They said it came up short and their stock price plummeted by $10 billion. I know it's a lot, man. It's a lot, but again, I don't feel like the answer. I don't feel like the answer should always be to let go of that many people. I don't feel like the answer is always to let go of that many people. But I don't know. So we'll see. And I think this is also part of the reason why Sony has been saying over the past month that they're going to spend more time and resources on PC. They're like, what else can we do? What else can we try to do here in order to try to recoup? Need to keep their vacation homes and yachts. Yeah, big facts, big facts. You gotta they have to maintain their level of living. They have to maintain their level of living. That's all it is, man. They start taking the bonuses away from the damn CEO. They're never gonna do that. Never gonna do that. The CEOs always get a bonus. For what? For what? The CEO should not get a bonus when the company loses money. What type of sense does that make? That makes no sense at all. In order to get bonuses, you have to make a profit. Like, am I dumb here? Am I dumb here? In order to get a bonus, where the bonus gonna come from? You need to make a profit. What up, Catnip? Like, it's stupid. Like, hello? Yeah, I'm gonna get a bonus for losing $10 billion. Like, let me see how that works. Like, all right. So it is what it is, man. We're going to see what ends up happening. Sony is going to be fine at the end of the day, just like any other company. It's not like Sony is in danger of going bankrupt. It's not like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, any of these high tier businesses that have been around for decades. They're not going to go belly up. You know, some unfortunate businesses have filed for bankruptcy, but it's mostly like retail, fast food, stuff like that. But none of these businesses are safe, man. These businesses are safe. Nothing's going to happen to them unless something really, really drastic happens to people who like start voting with their wallets, like en masse. But at the end of the day, people are still going to buy Microsoft products. People are still going to buy Sony products. Be damned if people stop using Google. It'd be damned if you stop using Google. And people are still going to get things on Amazon. They're all fine. They're all fine. Yakuza's been taking care of Nintendo and Sony. Everybody follow on YouTube.